more Champions League matches to come for you on Wednesday. In England, Manchester City taking on Real Madrid. 3-3, of course, the scoreline going into that second leg after that brilliant 90 minutes in the Spanish capital. Manchester City, though, are favourites. Do our pundits agree with the bookies that indeed it will be the defending champions going through to the Final Four? Everyone but Mario and Jurgen. And I suppose, Jurgen, given that you got the two results right today, we should maybe listen to you a little more acutely this time round as to why Real Madrid will advance.
Yeah, I think so too. You should listen a bit more to me.
What?
You
sound like
really,
Mrs. Thomas.
I think really this game tomorrow night could go all the way to the penalty shootout in Manchester.
And why do you say that, Jurgen?
No, because it's two fantastic teams, obviously going 50-50 at each other, and anything is possible. Any team can win that battle, but I feel it's going to go down to the very last moment, and there might be penalty shootout.
You say anything is possible. I don't think a 0-0 draw is possible with these two teams.
That is possible.
Well, yes, but not quite as possible as something more entertaining. You know?
Nah.
This is going to be great, isn't it?
Should be.
Calm down.
Well, it's 24 hours away.
You're building up to it.
What do you want me to set off pyrotechnics in the studio?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because of the Champions League tomorrow. Jesus, God, man.
Oh, I'm excited.
God, punter. Punter land. I wouldn't be surprised if... I've got Man City to win. I've got 5 goals. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But I wouldn't be surprised if Man City have to dig themselves out a hole tomorrow. Attacking, possession, getting a punch in the nose with Rodrigo and Vinicius on the counter-attack, finding themselves behind and having to react. That would not surprise me. I mean, I think they were so dangerous in the Bernabeu, Real Madrid, that it could happen again. I just feel that Man City will not, even though they won the game, and what was the score
in Spain? 3-3.
Yeah. 3-3. Even though it was... There's been so
Valverde scored, remember?
Yeah, there's been so much happened. Yeah. Even though it was that result over there, I get the feeling City were not at the best, to me.
Right.
Foden scored a great goal. I didn't think he had a great game, and he's been playing great. Rodri wasn't quite at his best, then talked about having a rest, which he got at the weekend. So maybe we'll see a slightly better version of City, maybe, with Haaland maybe getting a bit more out of the back line and a bit more supply than he did. Can we see a better version of Real Madrid away from home? That's the big question.
It was, of course, a blowout, wasn't it, last year to City, to see them knock Real Madrid out, get revenge on what happened the year before. Could we see something similar?
If Manchester City play at their best, I still think that they're better than Real Madrid. And we have to look beyond the history of Real Madrid in Champions League, and we have to look beyond Santiago Bernabeu, because it's not a Santiago Bernabeu. And so we can't lean on that and think that's enough for Real Madrid. And so why do I think Manchester City are better than Real Madrid? Well, I just look at the structure of Manchester City through the midfield and how many challenges and issues they can create from Real Madrid in terms of matchups or lack thereof as Real Madrid tries to set up defensively. If Manchester City are moving that ball with the sort of rhythm that we're used to, and you get Erling Haaland involved inside the 18-yard box, and you provide him with runs in behind and service in behind, and you turn Real Madrid around, now you're going to force guys like Toni Kroos to have to be able to cover 2 and 3 guys at a time that are rotating in and out of his space. And it's not what he does best. He's a guy that likes to have control of the ball, that likes to knock the ball around, that likes to control the rhythm of the game. If Real Madrid don't control the rhythm of the game, and it's all about Manchester City, and Manchester City have quality of possession, then they should be the favorites. The problem for Manchester City is that even when they have been at what we consider to be their best, they're still vulnerable to turning the ball over in a bad area. And if you do that, now you have guys that can really hurt you. And it's Vinicius, and it's Rodrigo, and more importantly, I think a guy who becomes critical tomorrow is Jude Bellingham. Because if you turn the ball over in a bad area and he can drive with the ball, now center backs have to address his run, and now Vini's in a 1v1 situation, Rodrigo's in a 1v1 situation. If Bellingham is able to then get on the end of one of those turnovers, and maybe now he becomes more of a presence in the attack, then of course Real Madrid have a chance. It should be Manchester City advancing, but Real Madrid is a very dangerous team.
How do they win this game, Real Madrid, Luis?
By using the counter-attack that they love to do. I mean, the only way that I see this Real Madrid winning tomorrow is managing to get the ball away from Manchester City as much as possible, something that is tricky when you play away. But we saw a different system with in the first leg with Ancelotti, with Rodrigo lying a little bit to the left side and Vinicius Junior a little bit more into the center. We might see once again that. But the most important players are going to be those three, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. As soon as Real Madrid can have the chance of recovering the ball in a good position, try to bring the ball to those spaces. Tomorrow, let's don't forget, Walker is going to be back into the Manchester City team. De Bruyne is going to be involved into the 11 starter probably. So it's a totally different Manchester City, the one that we saw in the first leg. So for Real Madrid, not many changes. The only thing that they can be dangerous is with those quick transitions with Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior.
A big weekend, of course, for both the sides. Real Madrid taking on Barcelona in a Clásico.